Alrighty then, we are back, we are large, we are loud, and we are doing the thing, and we're just getting the setup happening now as this mob, I'll call them a mob because it's like, if you have a look at the screen shortly, it's just a random mob. I've got 33 viewers on at the moment. Lovely to see you all. I'm not live streaming. I'm going to be raiding Danny again on this. And the reason is because I fucked up with my internet this week and I've been throttled. So 2K bitrate is all I'm getting at the moment for another couple of days. Don't ask. There's a lot of porn being downloaded in that time. All right, just leave it at that. What we're going to do, or uploaded, I'll ask, actually, Whiskey, you're back with us. Tell me, mate, do I download or upload porn? What do I do?
Oh, it depends if you're watching it or making it, I suppose.
Well, we had this conversation once before. Welcome back anyway, Whiskey. Thanks for joining us for the second one tonight. Bit of a ripper, that last battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. Yep, that was good to watch.
Yeah, excellent. So we're going to talk about that as we go through this. Second person on the panel is the person that's going to be doing the casting on their stream, and that's Putang again, mate. Thanks once again for being that guy and helping us out with this and being the backup streamer for the BiGD Premier League. What do you think of that battle?
Mate, I fucking loved it. That you three pair boys, they looked like they were in the shit, but they dug in and that you hit safe your ass and that lucky hit on that APC.
Yeah, and therein lies a point. We're going to come back to that in a minute. But we're going to welcome 3Para to the panel, but we're going to welcome someone completely random and different. It's Jimmy the Hand. Jimmy, welcome.
Hey, lads. Thanks for having me on tonight. Appreciate it.
No, it's really good. Now, you were the commander in the last team. Is that correct?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
Yes, I was. Born Kiwi threw me in the deep end, and I was happy to take it on. I've done it a few times here and there, but...
we're going to hack on you, mate. Don't worry about that.
I'll bring it. I'm happy to take it.
So thanks for coming along there, mate, and this is going to be really good fun. So we're just waiting for the map change and server change and everything now. So what we're going to do with the punters that are sitting there watching, in a couple of minutes' time, I'm actually going to drop a raid down, which sends us across to Danny's stream. But there'll be a 15-minute delay because that's how it works. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just sitting here now having a look at the two teams on the screen. And I'm going to run down and have a bit of a look and talk about this. So Lord Ginge from OC is the commander, of the... well, the Axis team. I don't know what else to call them because it's a fucking hodgepodge of everybody. We've got 3Para in there. We've got Big D. We've got Minch. I don't even know who Minch is or Mink. OCT. Who else? Oh, there you go. So there's a few different ones there. Oh, there's Putang. You're streaming. Whatever. Okay. On the other side, who's the commander of the Allies?
It's Cortex.
Cortex. Oh, all right. Dirty old Cortex with his.
That should be good. Should be good.
Oh, we need to watch this half tracks, guys.
Yeah, we're just going to be filming trucks the whole battle by the sounds of that. How much? Whiskey, how much do you guys hack on him for driving shit into creeks?
Oh, you shouldn't be driving, to be honest. We are.
Tell him to put his mobile phone down. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so on the Allied side, what have we got? We got more 3Para. God, you guys are everywhere. Like rats. 4 boys. NRD, AAS, TFK, Cast. Oh, Cast.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. How many whiskies you had tonight, mate?
No whiskies. I don't touch whiskey. He's in the channel with us, guys. Don't talk about him like that.
There's only one of me. He only has one of me. Thank you very much.
We've got a potato in there. Someone from Spud. Oh, here we go. It's on. It's on. All right. So we're gonna raid. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get this right. We're gonna do the raid for Danny now. What are you, Danny 10101? So that's going to send you across to Danny's stream, and then in 15 minutes' time it'll be good to go. And but here we are, we're into it. So I'm just looking at the map now as it comes up. You'll see it on Danny's stream, and it's the chapel. Oh, so happy because it's going to be another good one. We'll talk about that first battle shortly. But okay, so I'm just going to get myself in an armor squad. Let's do that. And Danny's going to do the same thing for his, and then I'm going to spawn in somewhere random. So there's no Hill 5 as a cap point this time, but again, Hill 5 absolutely plays a point in in this particular one. Whiskey, you remember for the last match I was talking about Hill 5 being an overwatch point, and you like to shoot people at range, I know that. You like to run around in these bunkers and shit. Tell me a bit about Hill 5, man. What do you know about it? What do you know about it looking at the chapel?
Well, it's a really good spot for tanks on obviously coming off the US side. Yeah, it's a big advantage for the US with the chapel, so you want to try and mitigate that a bit from the Axis side of things. If you want to send your recon there, or maybe a squad or something to try and hold down that Hill 5 area, it's quite important actually.
Yeah. Now, Jimmy, I'm going to throw you under the bus here for the first time. You guys worked this area a little bit in your game. I saw
we did.
orange dots out here all the time. What was the strategy or plan there around that?
Well, realistically, recon plays such a crucial role, don't they, to taking down back Garys, and they were doing it to us, and we were doing it back to them at the same time. It just stops that backup Gary that's delivering troops back inside the hard point, and that's what our tactic was for that.
Yeah. Now, Soups, he was that person, actually, that was running around in your back area. We talked about him a few times.
Yeah, he did a good job. Really good job.
He did. Now, I'm just looking at, as we go into the chapel area now, and just a bit of a recollection there for you. I'll get Putang to scroll across there. He might be dealing with his young'un tonight. He's got a little bubba.
I am already at chapel, looking east, my friend.
Right. So if we do just a bit of a zoom around, like what we did on the map warm up the other night, and you can see there's quite a few areas to come into the chapel from. There's lots of good cover, and I want to point out two particular areas. The first one is that big channel along the north. So on Putang's stream, it's on the left hand side there. That water channel there with the bridge. It feeds straight through past the chapel from east to west or west to east. That's so important to control that area because it's such a great approach point, and that bridge is such a bastard if you can get people into it. The other one, though, is if we go down to the south of the map, there's this giant long snake trench that goes all the way from God knows where this is. It's shit, I don't even know what grid I'm in right now. Bottom of Fox 6, it goes all the way up there into the chapel itself. And that's a huge approach path. But if you focus a lot of attention on that, you forget about the road, which has all that bocage or the hedgerows along it. So I'm just zooming down onto the road now, Putang, and having a bit of a look at that road. It's got a beautiful approach line, like 3 or 4 different ways of getting up that road without getting shot at, unless you've got someone on the road itself shooting south. So these are the things that we're looking for and that teams need to use smart. Now, as we zoom back up now and have a look at the chapel itself, what else have we got there, Putang? What else do you think is a good area to come into it from?
You got the old smoke and push down the channel. Like you said before, for USA, it's pretty open. It's kind of scary. So if you zip around here and go up the northwest, you've got this house. And it's really good to get a Gary in and some outposts and start actually attacking down here.
Right, well, Talking about attacking, we'll quickly jump in there, mate. We've got a truck already, 2 trucks right in on the point, straight up, bam. They've come straight into the chapel area, and they've got nobody in them. Where the hell is everybody? Xiao Xiao's come in with a truck and nobody in it.
But Putang's 100% right there, Noppers. It's really it's the Germans got the cover coming into chapel, definitely, and they'll need to try and maximise that potential as much as possible tonight, get those Garys set up. So I was having a look before the... Sorry, mate, I was going to say I was having a look before the game just in case we had chapel, trying to find alternative locations for garrisons because these players know where they're set up. They know where they're going to be put, like you mentioned with that house up just there to the north a little bit earlier. Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how they set it up.
Well, sorry, Jimmy. Have you raided yet, my friend?
I have.
It has not come up, my friend.
Oh, no. What's going on there? All right, let's try that raid again. What the hell? So it did raid. Danny... 10101.
I did not get a notification, my man, so I'm just worried you're streaming live.
Oh, well, yeah, it's. I've done a raid. I've set it to raid a couple of times there. So okay. If you're watching my stream and you're watching it live and it's probably looking crap, please head over to Danny 10101. He's doing the proper stream tonight. I'm just doing a recording. Winchy's just writing there. It's not letting me raid, mate. So probably going to have to stop the stream there because it's a live stream. It's not coming through very good quality. I'd ask everyone.
This is chaos. I'm sorry.
Absolute chaos.
Have a bit of a chat there, boys, if you can, please, while I fix up the streaming stuff.
Not a problem. So
is that Kingsley and Suicide in the tank there, heading through to? Of
course it is. Kingsley, Suicide, Pariah. Pariah in a tank. Oh. And Riley, we got Jagdpanzer, Three Knees, and Eski. Man, they are causing havoc. Oh, it looks like Suicide's in a bit of a trouble with Kingsley.
Certainly looks like at the moment the Allies have the handle of Chapel. They are capping still. They are close to capping the point.
Oh, what was that?
How do I stop a raid? Can you remember?
I have not too sure, my friend.
Oh,
I've never had to stop a raid. I've just had a notification. One moment. I'll just check it.
Oh, good times. Nothing but the best quality here, is there?
Thanks, Kamuchi, for the follow, my friend. All right, so it looks like Allies are going to win the first cap.
Yeah, not unexpected, obviously, because they get there first. The key for the Axis here is you can set up for a really good counter attack.
Yeah,
not unexpected, obviously, because they.
It does look like that the old Allies are holding the north side though pretty well,
set up for really
stopping them from getting to that house on the attack.
All right, the raid's working. It wasn't working from OBS. It was actually it was working from. I had to go to the website to do it. So I've just punched a raid in. Here goes your raid, Danny. It's coming down range now.
Copy.
We'll get everybody out of my stream at least anyway. So, yeah.
Thank you, Noppers. I appreciate it, brother.
That's all good. I don't know what I typed it in 3 times into OBS. It didn't work, and it worked before, so I don't know. Anyway, there's fucking shit went everywhere while I was doing that, and that's depressed me a little bit.
I'm just following Hubert at the minute. He is tearing up this point.
Yeah, nice. So we've got the blue team, and I just wanted to make this point before. On my stream, the Allies are blue and the Axis are orange. But for Putang, the Axis are blue and the Allies are orange. So we'll be talking about Putang's stream more so than mine, because he is the one that we're actually live watching at the moment. I'm just going to bring yours up to full screen. Let's have a look. There we go. That's gorgeous. So he's circling over the chapel now, and we can see that you're the same time as me. I take it back. You are on the Allies.
I am on the Allies, yeah. I joined as Axis.
Yeah, we did that around the wrong way. Okay, so
sorry.
Putang's on the Allies as well. So blue is Allies, and the Blues have held the point now. They've got this point really well. As we have a bit of a look down now at the map, just bring up the map for us, Putang. You can see they're absolutely dominating the centre here. Absolutely dominating. And I just want to have a bit of a look at who we've got here. Squad leads, particular Nakajim Brap. Jelly Bear, okay, shouts to Jelly. She's one of our fellow Hell Let Loose streamers. Good to see her here. We've got Sullivan, Bar, right. I hate saying that guy's name, by the way. There's Pooch. Down the bottom is Tattoo. I think he's... I don't know what Tattoo is. He's an adjudicator or what? I'm not sure. Harry Flashman in there as a ref. No, Tattoo's playing. On the other side, all sorts of cool people, of course. Hag, can you just give us some of the squad leaders there, if you can, please, Whiskey?
So we've got Ritter from obviously the Big T team. Obviously Kingsy's commanding the tank, one of the tank crews. Guok from Foy Boys has got a squad lead. Hugh Jerisk, hope I said that right, from 3 Para. Obviously Riley's the other squad lead. Cash Cow, Jaeger from Foy Boys, and that's it at the minute. So it looks like a lot of Foy Boy squad leads, and obviously Riley in the tank.
Yep, and I'm just watching some tanks now. Actually, there's a tank coming in from south. There's Pariah, Kingsley and Suicide coming in on the southeast rather, and they're shooting into the point of the chapel. But there's another tank out to the far right. So I don't know, Putang, if you can see that other tank just up there to the northeast further from where you're looking. Yeah, there it is. There it is. You just see it in the distance.
I see it, yes.
So this is a bit interesting here. We got satchel people everywhere. I can see. Look at all those little downward-facing E's.
So obviously, Kingsley, Suey, and Pariah, their tanking style, they'll be right in the point, attacking Riley with a 76. I'm guessing they're going to sit back a little bit.
Yeah, and is that Riley and co back here?
Yeah,
we've got that one player from the Axis side.
Sorry, in the Tiger. Sorry,
he's been hiding in the chapel.
That's right. Now, just quickly, I just watched a truck blow up. Putang, you were saying to me before the stream that there are 2 tanks allowed. That's what we're confusing here, because I'm looking at these tanks. I'm going, there's no Riley in that tank, but there are. There's 2. There's 2 tanks per team here. We've got a recon up north. That is Scotty and Sibs up there, and then you've got Tele3 Bar. So, okay,
might be satcheled here.
Oh, where's that? Where's that happening? I'm missing it. I'm missing it. I like a good
Panzer
satchel.
Panzer 4 is satcheled.
Oh, he's in the point, isn't he?
Yes.
That's right. Well, that's going to be the end of that Panzer. They don't know about it, I guess. It's taken rockets. See, and this is an interesting point, and I saw it in the other match as well. When you put a satchel on a tank, the entire team should know about it so that you don't waste AT rockets on it as well. You know what I mean?
And it's gone.
There it goes. But that was, someone shot an AT rocket at it, and that AT rocket might have been vital for later because it's very hard to get ammo sometimes. Jimmy, do you guys talk about that sort of stuff in your streams?
Yeah, I mean,
in your games, rather?
we expect the squad leaders to be able to know that and communicate that effectively. They should know. They should be experienced enough to be able to let those guys know that we're not wasting it. And a satchel on a tank is certainly something that's calmed, quite extensively. So yeah.
Yeah, and so I actually saw that in the Sante Maraglace battle at the chapel. I can't remember which team it was, but one of the guys had run in, put a satchel on, and he had about 10 of his teammates around him, and he ran off.
TFK.
And then about half of them just hung around the tank. Then an AT guy came in behind it and shot the tank and blew it up. And then the satchel went off about 2 seconds after that and killed fucking everybody. I mean, that is terrible communication and such a waste of both manpower and resources. So those types of things, you want to get that stuff right. I can hear more vehicles coming in now. There's another, that's the Tiger, right? It's chasing a light tank. That's up to your north there, northwest actually, poo tank. Swing around to your left, swing around to your left.
I am watching them.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Well, look at that. It's chasing it. So is... Fuck, I'm confused as hell. Who's who here? All right, that's Axis and Axis chasing.
So Riley, Three Knees, and Esky are in the Tiger.
Shot. Ooh. And that little tank, that plucky little tank's coming back. He's like, fuck it, it's go time. This is excellent stuff. Look at it go.
Oh, no. Oh, there he goes.
I'm guessing he was trying to flank that Tiger because you can kill a Tiger with a Stuart, but obviously...
Obvious outcome is obvious.
Yeah, obviously, I knew it was happening.
Kind of hard to flank an experienced tank crew with a good spotter.
Yeah, that's true.
Jimmy,
they go for Utah fields.
I'm going to throw to you again about a question about map control here. Now, at the moment, we're seeing, as we go to a bit of an oversight mode, there's a bombing run coming in, by the way. Let's just see where that lands as well. But map control here is absolutely the blue team. The Allied team have got map control really well, although they just got a bombing run put on their head up the north there to wipe out a few of them. I think the map control is definitely being owned by Blues. Tell me about map control. What do you guys look at in regards to that? Because I know you've come leaps and bounds since your first match with Gary placement and stuff like that. Talk to me through it, please.
Yeah, well, you could probably see the Germans are doing that at the moment up north in Win 4, I think it is, Whiskey.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, the Foy boys in the OC, like, they're the masters at it, at sector control, and that's what they're trying to set up now. They're trying to get their Garys up further away so that they can push, and that was essentially what we were trying to do with our game as well, just having spawn points south and north away so we can push through where their Gary placements are going down.
Well, they're getting sector control in a couple of spots. I was looking at what Putang was doing as well. And while we were looking up the north there, and there's about 6 or 8 orange up there, but the Blues are trying to hold them. There's another push of about 4 or 5 down here to the south as well. They are known, like there's an enemy infantry marker from the blue team down here, and they've got the numbers. It almost seems like that Blue have got twice the numbers of orange. I'm trying to work out where the hell the Axis players are. There's 4, 5. They're getting gunned down. That's what it is.
There's a lot. The key fight here is they've pushed into WN4, like Jimmy said. There's the US side is holding that 3-story house just to the south of it.
With a machine gun in that right window, I can see that.
They need to get through that house sector area there to get into the chapel. So that's a key. The US side holding that 3-story house, that's key to chapel. So whoever can take that, then it becomes a bit more interesting.
Well, they're doing...
Whiskey, have we seen any use of the half tracks from the German side yet?
Cortex hasn't pulled any out, especially with 2 tanks now. I think if he pulls the half track out too early, he'll get in trouble.
Sorry, I'm just heading over to some of this deeper water just to see if I can find their half track. Just give me a minute.
we have got 2 Tigers on the field now, though.
Oh, that's interesting. Where are they at the moment, mate? Oh, yeah, there's one.
So you've got one in the middle E4, and then the other one's pushing up just to the west of it.
Geez, I tell you what, 2 tanks is going to change the dynamic of this game significantly because you can sort of sit back and do Overwatch fire to support your infantry a lot better. And we're seeing a bit of that now. That Tiger is is doing a bit of suppressive fire and shredding just to the west of that building, that 3-story building, while their infantry can push forward. And those 1-for-1 trades that were happening before between orange and blue, well, the orange are going to probably win it if they're equal skill, because they've got tank support. What's going on with tanks on the blue team at the moment? God, I got the hiccups tonight. We've got one tank south. And that's about it.
You got a recon all the way south.
All the way south, right? I'm just watching that now.
D7 crossing over into the old E6.
Another plucky tank driver. Who's in that one at the moment? Let's have a bit of a look. Oh, he's driving. He's run someone over. Oh, that was gorgeous to watch. I got that on video, so that's good. That's going into the YouTube upload. He's charged in with that recon tank and just driven straight over him. What else have we got going on, Pootang?
We got these 2 Tigers starting to march on in.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. 2 Tiger
they're
tanks.
They're obviously in a column here, supporting each other. So should be interesting to watch.
It's just interesting to see how they do this, because I know how I would do column tanks. Do they face left and right as they move in? That's the question I'd be asking. No. See,
short answer, no. Yeah,
that's a straight no. So when
you're asking the wrong people. I'm a terrible tanker. I don't know about the rest of you.
Not much good either. But see, if you're going to do this sort of shit, look at the rocket in the arse. One tank should be looking, say, from 9 to 12 o'clock, and one tank should be looking from 12 to 3 o'clock.
The concerning part is that they don't have infantry support, though, so they're going in alone here.
Yep, and he just got 2 great rockets there. Who was that? That's Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree has shot 2 rockets from 200 metres out and hit both.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Going for a satchel here.
Oh, he's moving. Yep. Can't satchel what's moving.
Oh, there's another rocket. Oh, look, this is terrible play from the Tiger tanks. Jagdpanzer 3 Nizineski in that back tank there. They're in all sorts of trouble. That's a satchel on that tank. And Igniculus has done well.
No.
Igniculus shouts to him.
That is an AT mine.
An AT mine. They've missed it.
No satchel.
No satchel. Is there a satchel on the other tank? I'm really keen to see what happens. God, imagine a double Tiger kill. And there's a tank. There's another tank. There's a Sherman down south. I don't know what type of Sherman it is.
Oh, no.
And there's another vehicle coming in the back. Holy fuck me, there's every vehicle. There's a tank behind.
Oh, the recon. Here comes the recon.
He might get it.
He's going to get him. Go on, recon.
This is great play. Oh, that's a hit, but he hasn't done it. That Tiger's got him. That Tiger's got him. No, he's not seeing him.
He's got to keep spinning.
He's got caught.
He overdone it.
And the Sherman's in front now. Oh, it's a 76.
Wow.
Great backup from the 76. Where's the other Tiger? Is it gone too?
Oh, I think they're both toast.
Oh.
No, it's
Oh, there he is. Here he comes.
F6, numpad 8.
So much for working together there, Whiskey. The boys have left them, and that Tiger's smoking hard. So
they really need to turn around.
Who have we got in the ally heavy tank?
Not actually sure. Just zoom in.
We've got bar, 3 para, and
3 dead people in a second. 3 dead people in a second. Because that Tiger's going to get another shot onto him.
Ram him.
Oh, no, Gordon, he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to be, is it on? Igniculus is coming, he's too close. He's got a satchel out.
Why is he not shooting?
What's going on?
Oh my God.
Why did he not shoot? Did he forget to reload?
I don't know.
Oh, recriminations in the boys.
I don't know. Someone in that tank's going to be getting a stern word.
Whiskey, you might have to take that to your leadership team here. This could be a clan. This could be a clan ban. That's terrible play from the 2 Tiger tanks. They were just completely.
If that's pariah shooting, I mean, wow.
Oh, that was just absolutely terrible. Those 2 Tiger tanks were completely dominated there by the Blues.
Oh,
there's a really
we've missed an airhead. We've missed an airhead.
We have. Where's that airhead, mate? I can't see it.
It's just at the northern house.
Yep, I'm just there. I just saw the orange just spawned in. Okay.
So they've managed. Sorry, Noppers. They've managed to get control of that 3-story house. Oh, that 2-story house we're talking about. So they're slowly pushing their way into Chapel here, but.
Yeah, that's taken a while to get control of that, and it's the airheads that's popped it over. There's another tank up north I can hear. What's this? Oh, that's that recon tank. He's done well. He's run someone over. He shot a Tiger tank. We're just off to the right of where Putang's looking at the moment. That's where the recon's going around the back
there he
now.
is.
Yeah, let him go. He's doing his thing. We'll just watch him closely, see where he ends up. He's going around to the south. Look at that. This is a really good push here from the orange team. I don't know what we call them. Let's call it the Axis, I guess.
Not a lot of Garys from the Allies yet either. Still that one up north by the looks of it.
Well, it's a really good point there, Jimmy. Let's have a talk about that. So I'm looking at the moment at the blue side, and they've got one garrison at Gulf 4, a garrison at Gulf 7, and a garrison at Fox 6. The garrison at Gulf 7's locked. Fox 6 is a good garrison. See, I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Those two garrisons, northeast and southwest of the chapel, are very good garrisons. And then you put your OPs on the point, and you've got lots of options. What do you got on your side, Jimmy? What can you see?
No, I can only see what you've seen. Whiskey might be able to tell us.
They've got a good few Garys. There's a couple around Legrand, obviously, just as their backups. They've got one at WN4. They're slowly pushing their OPs closer and closer. There's a couple of OPs in E5 numpad 9, and they've managed to get one in F4 numpad 5.
There you go. So this building control's just turning, by the way, Whiskey. Blue have taken back that 3-story house, but they're just pushing out the orange now. Vast is the last one left there with one other assault guy. He's been shot down. Brigadier Fisher's there by himself. I think the Blues have pushed out this north thing, but they're like, there's plenty of orange around everywhere. There's plenty of Axis players around everywhere, but it doesn't seem that they're actually like effectively pushing anywhere in particular at the moment. It's just kind of lots of random scattershot stuff. And
yeah, it does. Yep.
Jimmy,
it lacks that formation, that structure, doesn't it? That's what we're seeing.
They just lost the garrison at Gulf 4, and that's interesting. The Blues just lost the garrison at Gulf 4. But Jimmy, we were talking earlier about the fact that with 3 power in the last match, you guys had spawn options. Now, I remember Hurtgen Forest, you only had one spawn option for ages, and that really made a difference for you winning or losing. And you changed that up, and you started bringing in more spawn options, and it really changed your battle play. What we found in the last match for the scratch team or public team, something just blew up to the left. I'm not even sure what that is.
Half track.
There you go. So what we saw in the last match was for the other team, their spawn points were at least an entire grid square away from the cap point, and even further in some instances. So they were spawning 1 to 2 grid squares away and taking forever to get back into the point, which meant you guys had time to, like, if they killed a bunch of you, you had time to respawn, and then they had to, rinse and repeat. And so talk to me about that. Where would you right now, if you were the orange team or the Axis team, where would you be putting Garys right now on this map, on this particular battle? And
well, look, this is what I sussed out earlier before our game, just in case the chapel was our central middle point to fight over. And I was looking for areas where they weren't expected to go, because everyone, like I said earlier, knows pretty much where you're going to put the Garys around chapel.
I'm watching that, by the way, Putang. There's a really good tank battle going on here. There's 2 Panzer IVs. So they've traded in Tigers for Panzer IVs. They're Whiskey.
Oh, no. He's in the... Oh, he missed.
Oh,
he did miss.
But that tank battle's looking nowhere. What the hell's it doing?
No. Oh, no.
God, the turret might be gone on that Panzer IV, I think.
It is.
Unfortunately.
But he's got a friend. Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
that's hurt. We're going shot in the arse. The Panzer IV.
Fierce is shooting him.
He's not penning now. That Panzer IV's in real trouble. Fierce, he's got one up the spout. There it goes.
And there it goes.
Well played.
Whiskey, I think your tankers need some work, mate.
No, well, they're not on their best form tonight, are they? Don't worry, I'm recording all this. This is going to go up later on.
Massive push from the north here, guys. Massive push.
Yeah, just actually spot onto that. Thanks for that, Jimmy. Whiskey, this is the book of recriminations, the book of punishments, the book of whipping. I think I've got, hang on, look, I've even got a sound clip for this.
Why do you think I didn't play when I'm in here, Noppers, so I can just take the piss and I don't have to get taken the piss out of?
Clever man. Wise words.
Well played. You can't argue with a bloke on a mic. Okay. So, Jimmy, we were talking about, this is a great push from the north here, and that's obviously what they need to do was a bit of sector control. What do they need to do right now to bring this map
Well, it's
back?
a patience game, isn't it, Noppers? Yeah. So they were patient. They were patient with that Gary they had up at Win 4, and they've pushed off it now, and they've taken that 2-story house, which we spoke about earlier, and it's given them a chance now at Chapel. And we don't see a lot of allies currently on the point, so they might be in with a chance here.
I'd like to see at least one OP. There's nothing from the south though. You'd want at least one squad lead, even if he's got no one in his squad, just to try and get an OP down the south there for people to flop onto. Everything's north at the minute.
I think their recon tank's done really well down south though. There, the blue team's recon tank's done very well. Here's a supply drop because I can still see it way off in the distance as I'm looking on my video stream. It's scooting around there about 3 grid squares away. Jimmy, that's exactly right. A bit of patience here, and they're finally nutting the point open and started to turn. 20
bombing
minutes
run coming through as well. Sorry, Noppers. Bombing run's coming through from the Axis side to support that push.
That's interesting. But what's it going to take out? I mean, there's no, except for a couple of OPs. If they drop it on the point, is that where it's going?
Yeah, it's going right on the southern side of this circle to clear out that circle before they push in.
Okay, I don't reckon they're going to get much out of this bombing run.
They might, maybe a couple of infantry.
Oh, they killed 4 of their own dudes.
And their own as well.
Oh, that's just rude.
Should have been watching the map.
Walk of grudges there, boys and girls. See, that's a comms problem, though.
That's a comms. Yeah, that should have been called in, and if it was, then obviously they weren't looking at the map.
Oh, come on, Jelly Bear.
Here's a... is that Jelly?
Let's go, Jelly.
Jelly's in there defending hard for the blue team.
They've got it.
Yeah, well done. Well, they were helped by their own bombing, the enemy's bombing run, to be honest.
Here comes the counter.
Bombing run. This is going to go
straight up the road.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, there you go. So 2 bombing runs against the orange team. Because that first one...
We'll see what you did there, Noppers.
The first one killed more of the orange team than the blue team, to be blunt. That's a terrible bombing run. Well, it's probably a good bombing run that didn't get passed down to the troops properly. But we saw this with the public team in the first match, that their comms was all over the place, and they've come so far since then. Comms is key in this game. This is what makes Hell Let Loose so much better than so many other titles, in my opinion, is that it is actually about the comms as much as everything. If you're communicating in your squad, if you're communicating across the squads, you don't waste ammo, you don't drop bombing runs on your team, you wait for things to happen, and then you do the push. Jimmy, you did talk about it before with your communications in 3 Para. That's definitely improved a lot. Do you guys work on anything specific there?
No, not at all. Not at all, actually. That's just part of the game, part of the experience. It comes with the experience, doesn't it? I think playing the game and just being effective squad leaders and squads. Whiskey, are we seeing any other tanks coming from the side?
This is a thing though, with the US side winning all those tank battles in the last 10 minutes, they're out of fuel. They've got a recon tank. They've managed to get a Tiger on the field, but obviously that's it. And there's obviously a recon vehicle Hill 5 at the minute.
Already lit. That Tiger tank's been marked 326 metres away from where we're looking right now. Whiskey, I was going to ask you, do the Foy Boys work on anything specific around communications?
Just try to keep it clear, really. Only essential stuff. It can get a bit clogged sometimes, so you just want to be careful that you don't go over the top. You just want to keep it short and sweet, really.
Poutine, what about NRD, mate? Do you guys work on comms specifically too much?
Not really specifically, but I mean, we do talk about it in debriefing and in briefings about our comms. So there's conversations about it, but we don't practice it.
Yep. I'm just watching this Tiger come in with Hubert in support, and just Hubert, and it's getting shot at already. So from miles out there, it's probably Fiercey again with his AT. That Tiger tank's in a little bit of trouble already. There's a rocket. Oh, I just missed. I think it actually killed one of the blues. There's a blue spawn up to the north here where that tank is. Poutine, if you just draw back a bit, there's about 5 or 6 guys there on your right as well. Yeah. So
it wants this 76. That's what it's going for.
Your guys.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
So in that tank at the moment, that Tiger tank, Whiskey's Foy Boys are in there, and they've not had a good run at all tonight with their tanks as we've been watching. So they'll be looking for blood here, and this tank won't stop now. The couple of times they've even half stopped, they've been shot to pieces. That's a good kill there on the engineer.
Down the spawn.
Stripping this out. No, this is exactly right. This is what they need to do. There's 15 minutes left here. The point is being taken by the orange team. So a great push from them. Still that north control with the southwest control by the blue. And I think east is probably a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. We did see before that the blue side were very spread out. They were over about a 9 grid square area. And I think, Jimmy, that allowed enough of the oranges to get into the point. But the trouble is, have the orange team got any sort of map control, or are they just on point control?
Well, I still think they have some control of the north. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Allies have lost their garrison up north, haven't they?
They have lost it.
They've got two though, one at Echo 3 and one at Fox 3. So they've still got 4 garrisons on the field, but their main push.
Sorry to keep interrupting. Oh no, it's too late. This Stuart was in a lot of trouble. I was just trying to point it out, but it's gone now.
I just caught it out the corner of my eye.
I caught it blowing up, brother. Thank you.
It was trying to hide behind the building, but it wasn't going to happen.
There's
great spawn wave. Yeah,
Gumby made his way into the match, so he did get a jersey. So he's in there running around. That's his moment of fame. He's done now. I'm out of there. That's a really good spawn wave in the church. This is going to be the orange team's battle at the moment. 15 to go, just under 15 to go actually. Here comes some supplies in. There's nothing really exciting happening here except a lot of hand-to-hand fighting, isn't there? Where do you take this from here if you're the blue team?
Nothing destroys garrisons better than a sector capture, isn't it, really? And that's really going to probably put the Allies back on the back foot.
That'll be 3. There you go. 3 garrisons just fell. Now they've got 1 left at Golf Sector, and that's exactly very timely point you've made there, Jimmy. The fact that they didn't have any more than 1 garrison in that Golf column means that they've lost pretty much all their spawns, and that's a lot of work. I mean, how long does it take you to set up attack and defensive garrisons and stuff? It's a good 5 to 10 minutes of running around, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Takes plenty of time to do that stuff.
I think Orange have plucked this from the jaws of defeat into a potential victory here. I think Blue's going to have real trouble getting this back. What else can we see? We've still got OPs around, though. They'll still be able to get attacking garrisons down. There's still enough Blue around. The point is still being contested.
Oh, it is being captured.
Yeah, I mean, but there'll be a spawn wave surely off the Orange. What have we got, Whiskey? What have the Orange got for spawns? What are the options?
See, they've made a critical mistake here. They haven't got a Gary down straight away, so their spawns are 1.5 sectors away from the hard point, and they need to get a Gary down as soon as possible. There's supplies there to the north.
Squad leader just died on the point. Huge. He died.
Yeah, there is supplies near that Tiger tank to the north, and there's squad leads there. If they can get that down and push straight in, then they'll be all right. There it is. It just went down now.
I saw Sore Loser just then, Jimmy, on my... Yep, he just died inside the chapel itself. He was an engineer. Would he have put down a satchel to blow the point up? Is that what he does?
He certainly may have, but we'll wait and see, I suppose.
Here comes the tank in from the north. It's unsupported. It's got beefy sausage behind it. He's literally facing the other direction, though. That's a bit fascinating.
We've got 2 76s coming in.
I know, I can see. I just saw them on your stream, actually, mate. That tank's marked. Everyone knows it's there. I'm just looking to see if a satchel went off from the chapel.
This point's riding on Dog Squad's OP at the minute. We've got... The Axis have got 1 OP. It's actually a 3-para. I pronounced his name wrong last time. I can't remember it.
3-para represent, eh, Jimmy? Look at that.
Yeah, Hugh Jarrett. Yeah, yep. He's got his OP on point. They're desperately trying to hold that, defend that OP. That's basically what's holding this point at the minute, because OC's all over the strong point.
There's Pooch in the back there, so he's on the left side with his squad. I can hear firing coming from Xiao Zhao and Cheems down the bottom there. We're looking at Pooch in there. But Orange have still got the point. They've got enough here. There's a squad leader's made his way in there, or his or her way in there somewhere. But look at these tanks rolling in now. I can see there's one. They're on the Tiger. They're on the Tiger now. There's 2 tanks, so we've got one face on and one side on. Oh. Tiger's been hit and missed. And that Sherman's been hit and... Oh, that's a bounce.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They are not having a good night at all, the boys, are they? There we go. The Tiger is gone. They'd be pissed about that, because now there's 2 76s. Are they both 76? I believe they were.
One will be a 75 and one will be a 76.
Gumby's trying to take it out.
There's two 76s. They've held one to specifically get 2 on the map.
Oh, the point's still being capped. Oh, my goodness me. 11 minutes to go.
Here's an airhead from your side, Noppers, from the US.
I heard the plane. I'm just looking. Cannot see it. Where the hell?
Yeah, down south.
Where am I? I don't even know where I am right now. I'm probably right over the air.
You're up north, aren't you?
No, there it is. I just couldn't see it. So I'm watching that airhead. I'm just going to shoot down south and get a panoramic of these guys. Here's Ginge, the commander of the Blues. He's heading north now. So it's map control south for the Blues, map control north for the Orange, a little bit of control west for the Blues, a little bit of control east for the Orange. Tank control east. Good team go. What were you going to say, mate?
I do think... Actually, no, I'm not going to say a word, because I got a game against the OC tomorrow.
No secrets in this match. There you go. Actually, it's now there's a problem because the Win 5 is getting captured, so someone must be down there somewhere. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the Panzer IV in the sector. It'll stop in a minute once he gets out of G7.
Gulf 7, Gulf 7.
Yeah. But OC's taken. So the key for the US when attacking Chapel is you really need to take that southern complex, and they've got an airhead there. They'll be getting a Gary up, so that's going to give them a base for a good push from the south.
Don't be giving away all the secrets, Whiskey.
Oh, it's common knowledge, isn't
it? Very good. Just trying to find this tank. It's sort of sitting in the middle of the paddock because it's got a Sherman north of it, so it doesn't want to move out of that sector anytime soon.
Look, hats off to the Germans here. They've really done well, I think, to hold this point so far.
Yeah, they have. And
I was worried about their urgency getting in there and helping that squad that was there by themselves, but they've done it.
Yeah,
well, they just held on.
That was 3-para, wasn't it? That was old Hugh Jerry.
Yep.
He held that OP single-handedly held that point long enough for them to get back in there, which was good.
And that's a tactic, isn't it, Whiskey? I think all clans talk about flopping into other squads. You know, if they have the critical OP, you get on that OP. Yeah.
I'm just watching this tank battle here. The Panzer IV is finally dead. The Sherman is in a lot of trouble. Stoops is on its ass, and he's just satcheled. So he held off on his satchel to see if the Panzer IV could kill it. It didn't, so now he's popped his satchel on there, and that's awesome there. Mirage is up there trying to kill the back of a Sherman, and he's probably going to get it. They've got some rounds.
I think he's out of rockets, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe there's a satchel on. I'm just going to pop in and see if I can see that in my camera. I'm not seeing a satchel anywhere there. Sherman's a bit sore. Here we go. Mirage is there, just got run over.
He got run over.
He was trying to get ammo. There's an ammo box there for him. Oh no, that's the enemy ammo box, never mind.
I'll clip that one, Noppers. That's another Foy Boy blooper.
Wow, you've got a whole comedy reel tonight, mate. All right, so we've got 8 minutes to go. The sector is still getting pushed again.
I think it might get turned here now. Oof.
It's that southern push, Noppers. They own that southern side, and they're just drilling into the point.
There'll be a spawn wave up north. There's another rocket into the side of the Sherman, by the way. I'm just doing a hover over the map here. I'm looking at Chapel from very high up. The Sherman's getting shot by rockets, but it's not dying. It's burning hard. We've got lots of blue on the south. They're pushing the point enough. They might get it in there. There's a tank coming along the road. There's another Tiger tank, because that's worked out so well for the Foy Boy drivers tonight that they thought they'd bring in another one.
They're trying to stem that southern push with that tank, obviously. They need a Gary up, though. We've lost our Gary around Chapel.
This. Yet again, that tank is already marked, and it's going to get a rocket from north, probably Fiercey again. He'll be ready for that. Here we go. One rocket into the side. Oh, it's into the front, actually. Not a great rocket. Well marked on that. Crash Marine's coming around. Yeah, he's assault.
Oh, there's a satchel.
Oh,
no.
Will they?
No, he's there. That spotter will know he's there.
And here's Lotion as well. Lotion's going to try and see, the key here, they don't both run in the same direction. If they both run in towards that tank's going to just keep driving away from him and turn around.
You can't put a satchel on a tank that doesn't stop moving.
No.
Just quickly, Noppers, it's been there the whole game. I didn't point it out because it hasn't been used. They've got an AT gun on Hill 5.
They do, yeah.
Oh, is that so? That's a good play. It wasn't needed, though. There's
something. Oh, no.
That's a stop tank. Oh, that's a tank.
Oh, no.
He's running over. They're trying to satchel it. He's running. He's getting shot. Lotion's on top. That guy's dead. This guy's dead. Lotion's got the knock.
Oh, no.
That's a satchel on top of the tank. There's a bombing run. Oh, this is gold. Lotion's going to stay there and make sure that no one fucking does anything with that tank. That is such a good.
This guy.
Lotion's smart there. He's not jumping off because they'll see him and go, oh, look.
Absolutely.
No, maybe not.
Absolutely.
Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for coming.
No, pretty close. There we go.
We got to get you drop your colours off there too, Bootang. I see the reds and greens. So to explain for the people at home what the red and green is, that admin camera gives you the ability to highlight different things. So you can highlight the enemy with red. You can highlight the friendlies with green. See, that one's red because he's on the opposite team. So that's an interesting thing you can use. If you drop their icons off, you can actually then have just that on. But it's an admin campaign.
Oh, this is a big push.
There's a big spawn wave here. I just saw that come in, actually. The Blues just came in from the south again. It's 50-50. The point's not held by anybody at the moment.
We've got a 76 coming on point.
And the Allies still have their bombing run up their sleeve, do they?
I don't know. I think it's gone.
No, they use that. The Axis still have one, I believe.
Okay, so, all right.
This is super, super contested. This is so cool right now. We've got 50-50. It's literally split down the middle on the board up there. You can see it. No one's winning over anybody else. This is absolutely going to overtime if it stays here. And look, it's map dominance on certain sectors at the moment. So now as a commander, Jimmy, you've got this. It's 50-50. You know what's going on. What do you do? What are you going to do?
Well, it looks like it's possible that they've actually forfeited a tank squad and they've pushed into a normal squad here to give numbers to the Axis. And because I noticed Kingsley was out on his feet then.
Well,
they're out of fuel. That's what that is. They've spawned their last Tiger, and we've only got 90 fuel left.
Yeah,
so
there it is.
They didn't have a choice.
All the commanders told them to get the fuck out of the tanks. You keep blowing up. It's one or the other. Could have gone either way there. Who's the commander again, Whiskey?
It's Cortex. No, he wouldn't say that. He's too laid back to say that.
He's like, yeah, good job with the tanks, guys. Keep it up.
He'll probably be saying, I wish I spawned half tracks, to be honest.
Well, there it is. It couldn't have gone any worse. Okay, this is... All right, it's just starting to go towards blue, isn't it? Is that just going towards blue?
Have they used reinforced Whiskey?
They have, yeah, but there's that left it long enough for them. They've got OPs all over the point. So it's going to be a matter of spawn wave after spawn wave. Whoever wins these gunfights will take this point. That's what it comes down to at the minute.
3 minutes to go. 3 minutes
to go. It's a big ally push.
This is huge, isn't it? This is huge. Blues aren't taking it. Oh, man.
Mirage just taking people out.
This is just going... Oh, this is amazing stuff here. We're going to get right into the action here and have a bit of a look. Shergle, Heck and Sausage coming out of the chapel. No time for praying, son. You've got to get some bullets down range.
This is a fight. This is a fight for the church, essentially. This is where it's at now.
It is now because this is the cap point.
Oh, this is about to get crazy.
This is amazing stuff here. Look at this. Blues taking again. They've got enough on it. Whiskey, have they got a spawn wave available? Is there enough of a spawn wave available from Orange?
Oh, there's OPs everywhere, so there's OPs all over the point, so they'll be spawning off that constantly now.
There's a bunch coming in out there. I can see Hubert up north there. He's running off. Hubert will do some interesting things. He's got Huge. Huge is there as well. So
the important thing is the eastern push. They own Hill 5 now. If they can push back off there,
yeah,
they're a
absolutely.
chance.
Oh, look at that. Yes, just swung around to that now and had a look. We've got Putang, if you could just pick... Yep, see that? That's it. All out that side. And that's where Hubert was going out there to... Oh, he's trying to take out the Stewart. There's a Stewart out there trying to stop that push from the... Wow, that's just everywhere, isn't it? It's all over at the moment.
Oh, no.
The Stewart's stuck.
Oh.
There's a great rocket from Hubert. And that Stewart can't do jack shit because it's on a 40-degree angle at the moment. It's looking up in the air. They won't be able to get the tank, the barrel to...
Needs to revert.
Hubert's been shot by the commander.
Ginge got him.
Oh, that's a great save because that tank was proper fucked. If that was another rocket into it, it was gone. But we got Cashy out here now. He's an automatic rifleman. He's covering the east side, trying to close that down. It's like 2 minutes to go. Nobody's got this. It's anybody's match at the moment.
This Tiger's got impeccable timing coming into the point right now.
Tiger from?
It's been walking into the point that this could be key here. They can clear out that chapel. Well, as long as they don't get blown up again, that is nothing.
Here's the moment of redemption. Here's the light tank coming in. Here's the Tiger coming in. Just have a look on that north side. Come out a bit, Putang, if you can. Scroll out a bit, mate, because there's so much going on here. We want to give everyone a chance to see everything. Orange have been shredded. Blue are actually pushing hard here. That Tiger tank's going to make the difference. Oh, there it goes. There goes the Stewart.
It needs to push up a little bit more. It's the spawn waves are just out of reach of it. They're going to cap the point if it doesn't push in.
1 minute left. 1 minute left. There's a Tiger in there. It's getting shot at now. Is that AT gun operational?
That's a recon. It's a recon tank taking out the Tiger.
Oh, recon. This would be embarrassing for the boys in that tank.
Oh, no.
No recon.
No recon. Run.
They're stuck on a wall. There's the point. 50 seconds to go. Blues have got this. That recon's going to flank him again. God, it's running around everywhere. Where the hell did the recon tank go? Oh, it's run off somewhere weird, but it's actually...
It's right there.
Oh, it's got him again.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, boom in the arse. It's Yagpens with 3 knees in Esky. Hubert's coming into the recon.
Oh,
wow.
Hubert's redeemed him. Oh,
He's a one-man army, isn't he?
20 seconds on the clock. A bombing run's coming in now. Here we go. This is it. The bombing run east to west. Run. This is an orange bombing. This is a blue bombing run. It's
gone. Capping back.
The hell, it's gone. Where is that bombing run?
It's gone.
That's I'm not sure. He must have got bad intel on that one.
On the north of the map, so a couple of budgies and perhaps a squirrel are pretty fucking pissed off right now. But the orange team are capping.
This is overtime here. They've got spawns everywhere. They were smart enough to get OPs.
Oh, yeah, well, tell me where they are, mate. What have we got?
There's two. There's one right in the middle of the point. They've got them sort of in a diagonal along F5 in the whole sector. So they've got enough spawns. If they win the gunfights here, they can cap this back and win.
Oh my God! Look at this. It's orange Italian, but blue's taking it back down with their spawn wave. They've got the north, northwest, and west sides. They're coming in now. It's overtime. We're in overtime, so let's just make sure everyone's clear of that. There's lots of orange on the point. Like, there must be about 80 of them, and that's pretty good for a 35-person team. Let's have a look here.
That Tiger's making a difference there on that west side.
Well, it's only taken 46 minutes for the Tigers to come out and play. Whiskey, that's amazing.
I can't believe this result.
Who would have thought this would happen? I mean, it's not over yet, but that recon, if it got the Tiger, I think that would have been the key. But the Tigers managed to stay. Hubert saved this game, essentially.
Hubert saved the game with that fucking awesome rocket onto that recon tank. We've always said Hubert's a good player, but he's really come to the play here. There's some rockets going in onto that Tiger now. There's a strafe.
Wow. Wow.
What a strafe was that, straight down the waterline.
It might be GG here.
I think it is. I think there's enough orange here, Jimmy. I think you've called it well. This will be it. Look at this. About 5 seconds left. If it doesn't turn blue again, it's out. It's gone. I think it's over. There it is. GG has been called.
That's game.
What a game.
Well played.
Oh, my goodness me.
Absolutely fucking mental.
Incredible.
What a finish. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better finish, could you?
What? Oh, that is top shelf from just 2 completely random teams that have not played together before. What a great...
Clutch moments. Game. It's clutch moments that win games, isn't it? You know, saving that Tiger tank there at the end, and the unfortunate bombing run with maybe some bad intel. Just gave it to the Germans. That bombing run, if that had gone just like left of the road, on the road, that would have wiped it. It would have been Blues' game. Oh, Jimmy. Okay, let's do some wrap up here. Jimmy, tell me a story. What do you think, mate? Obviously, you loved it, but tell me about that match. Well, it was a battle of north and south for a long time there, wasn't it? And then we would just get them coming back behind those garrisons. And then I really like what you said earlier in the game about those trenches. And I think in the end there, we saw a push from the Allies trying to get back inside the point, but it just wasn't enough because the Tiger tank, which was saved at the end, was just shelling them as they came through.
Of course.
Late essential at the end there, just for shits and giggles.
Of course there was.
All right, Poutine, tell me what you thought of that, mate.
That was brilliant, mate. For 2 teams that had never played together and just a random mix-up of the general public and our BiGD clan members, like, that was awesome.
Fantastic.
It was very much. And this is, as we said earlier, this is out to the community. There's a bunch of people that are playing in the stream that are playing in the matches, tomorrow night and stuff like that. But there's so many players there that aren't in any team that wanted a shot. Let's go back to that screen. I just pressed a button accidentally. Whiskey, except you're not allowed to comment on your tankers. I think you probably need to take that back to your clan. What are your thoughts on that, mate?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I think the key there at the end was the Axis was smart enough to hold their OPs for the cap and drop them straight back down. Don't shut
your stream down, by the way, Poutine. Just hold on to it.
I will not.
So keep going there, Whiskey.
That allowed them to recap, essentially. Yeah, the squad leaders and the Axis side smart enough to hold those OPs and drop them straight back down as soon as they lost, to know that they could still get overtime. And it worked out well. And obviously Hubert with that clutch rocket on the recon vehicle, that was one of those key moments, I think.
Absolutely brilliant fun. I had a blast, as I always do, and I couldn't stream it tonight, so we actually had Putang doing the live stream there with the delay. So folks will be just coming out of that one going, holy shit, how good are our Hell Let Loose players in the Australian community? What's some great play in there? You know, some individual moments, some group collective moments of brilliance. Just so much fun there. So great to see. Okay, so that's going to wrap up tonight's streaming, folks. What we've got tomorrow night are some amazing battles coming up. And let me just find where the hell I put any of my information. I don't seem to have that in front of me. So, Whiskey, you're playing in a battle tomorrow night, correct?
We are, yeah. It is. I think I'm at the early one, yeah, the 7 o'clock one versus right. TFK.
So you're in a TFK versus Foy Boys at 7 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock it's the OC versus the NRDIAS, which is you, Putang. You'll be in that one.
Certainly will be, right?
So let's ask about that, Whiskey. Are you looking forward to the TFK match? What do you think TFK are going to bring to you this week, mate?
We just don't know, do you? Because they're improving so much. So we're definitely not going to let our guard down. So. That's the thing with teams that are improving every week. You can't be too overly cautious because you don't know what they're going to do, to be honest.
Yeah. And there were some just absolutely brilliant plays tonight, and some of those players you'll see tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that match, absolutely. And we'll be recording that one, not live streaming it. We'll be live streaming it with Danny running it off his channel again. But then we go across to the OC versus NRD one, which Putang, I'd probably guess you're going to play in that one.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think's coming in that match? That's going to be a hard one, man.
Mate, I'm super excited. I've been talking to OC all week. Been talking to Fierce and Tattoo, and we've actually had a change in commander for this game, glassing us to step down for a couple games. He said his head's getting a bit sore, and I don't blame him. He's had some hard games, and we do practices twice every weekend in between BPL, so it is hard on the commander, but I actually took command for this game. So it'll be see what we can do.
Shit just got real, boys. Shit just got real.
Gonna have some mind games with old Tats. We play a lot together, and I'm really looking forward to this.
All right, well, sorry, go on. You were saying?
We're actually 2-2 in the practice games, so this is the old tiebreaker.
That's what
and
I
think just
say.
Quietly, Putang, you've got 3 para support, big fella. Give him
yes.
Well, I've been watching some of the matches during the week and some of the play, and there's been a lot of people learning a lot of things on Utah because public matches where you just go east to west or west to east are very different from trying to hold that centre road area on any of the cap points. And I think you're going to see some really, really classy play tomorrow night as much as we have tonight. There's your clan logos on the screen now, ladies and gentlemen, for the video. For the team here, I'd like to say thank you, first of all, to Putang for stepping up and doing the stream for us. Thanks, mate.
My pleasure, as always, Noppers.
Thank you, mate, and I wish you the best of luck tomorrow night for the battle, but we're going to have you streaming anyway, so we'll chat then. Punching across to Whiskey Man, always a pleasure to have you here, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me again, Noppers.
And good luck with your battle tomorrow night, mate. It's going to be a hard one, I reckon.
Thank you very much.
And Jimmy, look, thanks, mate, for coming straight in after a battle tonight, a hard-fought battle, and I think you really enjoyed that second one, and I appreciate you getting thrown in at the deep end of the last minute by your illustrious clan leader.
No worries.
Representing 3 para with some good tactical information there, actually. It was really good to have you here, mate.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a rave tonight. It's so great to see the community coming together and playing together tonight. I reckon that was the big win of the night, so cheers.
Excellent. All right, ladies and gents, that's all from me, and I will catch you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Actually, it's probably starts about 10 minutes before that or 5 minutes after it, depending on the 15-minute delay and all that sort of good crap. You'll work it out, folks. You'll see it in the links. Catch you then. Thanks very much for coming, and we'll end the stream there. Thanks, Putang.